Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Night and day, back again. Back in the world of the Talos Principle. Back with a nice baby dragon and a mommy dragon or daddy dragon. It's so nice. Look at those friendly dragon friends. Alright, we're gonna solve some puzzle, baby. We're gonna try anyway. Circumlocution. Hey, there's the blue. There is the blue transmitter. Okay, all we can do right now is use it as a paperweight. So let's take the blue transmitter and indeed so we need to get this blue transmitter somehow. We need to find a different paperweight and then bring... here we go. There's a cube, okay. So now I can use this for this. So either way right now I can jam that and use that for that. So they accomplish the same thing either way right now, so we'll just proceed as far as we can until we can get the box. Okay. They're giving me tools immediately, which is a little bit more convenient than what we've been seeing. Alright, so now we really want to trade these guys out. What am I hitting? Hitting caps lock instead of shift. Okay. Alright, just yell for capitalism. Okay, so now we take this just like that. Now the order matters. So we can open a few things at once. Can we get to our cube yet? We can. Oh, a bush! Anything through here? Anything of consequence behind the bush? No? Haven't pulled that gag on us in a long time, but there could be, since all the freaking trees are incorporeal. Well, except for this tree. Alright, so we need to get the light bent over here. There's not a recording program, right? So how do we undo that? Oh, well, we can take this back and take the jammer then. Now, do they want us to... Wait, what? There's another connector right there. Did I see that before? Can I access it? Oh, I can't access it yet, but now I can. There it is. Somewhere is the mine guy who's just like sitting still. There he is. Do we need the mine for, or the thing for you, or what? What's your little freaking problem, you little freaking freak? We can make this like this, but we need the jammer to be truly free. Where is the jammer currently? Okay. Can this be unlocked with... It can. Okay. So we need this guy to not be unlocking that yet. We need to unlock the other thing first and then rejam it from the other side. So first... Can I reach you? No, I sure can't. Is there a way through a window, or do we have to kind of do this in pieces? Well, looks like we have to do it in pieces. So that means where? Here, this corner? to put that guy through there. Oh, we can't do that yet. We need to bring the jammer over here to make that a possibility. So let's bring the jammer because we don't need it doing what it's currently doing. Bring the jammer back here to jam this wall. Then bring this guy here. See if we can't connect to you and to you. There it is. Now we can bring the jammer with us again this direction. Jam this from the other side. Now we don't need anyone here. So now we can hopefully... We can do that, but not yet. Okay. We don't need this here anymore. So hopefully the second we can get this somewhere where we can hit that. Crap. Oh, now. Do we have to go all the way back? Oh wait, can I get the jammer's already here? Yes. Okay. Everything is on this side. There we go. Everything is where we need it to be. Never mind. Whew. It's looking like we would have to slightly adjust the first one to be in a convenient spawn. That's fine. The other thing is closed now because we don't need it anymore. Oh, maybe we do. Damn. Crap. Alright, so before we jam you, we gotta jam this from the other side. Now we gotta grab you. And we don't need these things anymore anyway. Okay, now we can close that up from that side. As we gradually make our way through. Is there a hole here? No, there isn't, but... Okay, now we just need to move the jammer to a more convenient location. There we go. Everything's lining up, baby. Everything's lining up. Is that a star over there? It is a star over there. Okay, first let's get this freaking L. Boom. Okay, that lowered that there. Now we can take the jammer. And I can jam that from here. But I can't see two things. How do we get a blue light? Can I leave? I think I can leave that way without triggering the ball. I think I just couldn't get to the piece without triggering the ball. But how do we get a blue light to the other zone? You are powering this door, so we need that to be open. Unless we jam it from the other side first. Okay. So now we can take you through. Alright, so... And we've got a cube. Close that down, jam that. I can also get the other one away from him if we need to. Really? Alright, so that is jammed right now, so I can take a look through. You guys, do you still do that in video games where you look around corners and stuff? Like, that's gonna help the camera move slightly better? Alright. Alright, you're frozen. Is there anything interesting on this side of the piece? There is. There's a freaking walk-through wall. But it doesn't accomplish anything. Oh, that is the other puzzle. So I can jam it through here. I thought we needed a way to get the blue transmitter over there rather than what I'm doing right now. But it doesn't look like it. Hey, finally there was something behind the bush again. Look at that. Look at that. It's weird though, you don't seem to need it, because you can jam it through the other wall. So maybe I'm missing something. But so far it seems like, even though there's a walk-through wall here, you don't need it. Alright, in any case, we are going to jam it from far. Then... what are we gonna do? The only thing... okay, maybe we don't need a blue thing over there at all. Let's just walk back to the other puzzle. And get the star from afar. Oh, yeah, right. It's like, do we have to do this again? Oh, God, no. What is this blue thing here for, then? Is it purely a red herring, or can you get a blue light over there? That's the thing that we have not 100% figured out. Before I could have sworn there were red herrings. But then there's that one receiver in that one world where you trigger it and it lowers a freaking wall. Which is kind of like breaking the rules. And in that case... but this looks more like a red herring. Because how would we get a blue light over to this? I can put the connector here. Huh. Well, maybe that is how. I can get a blue light right here. No, I can't. Because these two tools have to be here like this to get back here. I can make a recording with these things like this. So if I make a recording with these things like this, then I bring the real connector over here, connect it to that, connect it to the recording. And even then, if we do all that, will that just open this gate? Because that's ridiculous. So then, the recorded one is there, the real one is hitting from here to the recording, but the recording one can't be picked up and moved and hit to that. So it still won't work. Because I can't pick up this one and move it over to here. Actually, if I go back to the other puzzle and move the jammer to this door now, because we don't need it to unlock the star door, how does that work out? So if we go back here, we carefully take the Jamar. And now we are going to have to go through the wall to do this. Shush. Yeah, I can't reach that from here. But I might be able to reach it from through the trick world. But I can't get to the trick world with the jammer. So I think we're still in a circumstance where we can't hit that blue light. But I can't be past here with the jammer, no matter what. I can be past there with some blue lights. That's an interesting idea, right? Oh. Does putting this here do anything? Not really. We already had one right there. Can't get through? Oh, maybe it could if that thing wasn't walled. Huh. That might actually do something. Okay. Let's go back and check it out. It's a little weird, but you know, all we're trying is everything. So now we have to go back to the end of this thing and put this back where it was. Okay. So now if we make a recording like this, I can come and take the real one and put it here and hit that. Does that help us? We're gonna find out. I don't think that it will. I think this freaking blue receiver transmitter is the only thing it's gonna accomplish. Is there anything I can stand on to help during this process? Not really. I think all it's gonna do is open the same gate that the jammer is jamming, but, you know. And that could be another way that gets you to the star, but we'll see. There's no reason not to try it. Well, okay, there are a bunch of reasons not to try it because getting the stars is ultimately pointless. Alright, so we've got to take this, connect to that, go. Does it do something? Nope, it just opens this exact same thing. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad, so sad. Alright. Well, we wanted to hit every sigil, or every receiver and transmitter, and every monkey in the monkey house. We did it! We did it, folks! So, we figured out something that was ultimately useless. And we're done with this area. Oh, hold on. Elohim talks about how the world arose from hidden words. What if those words were, "Let there be eternal suffering"? What if they had no purpose? What if all of this was just randomly synthesized from the garbage of a dead world? Our purpose can only be achieved by not contemplating purpose. Okay, Samsara, you're getting, like, beyond helpful and contemplative into borderline annoying and useless. Yosh. Alright, that was World 6. So I think we are going to do World 1 before we do World 7. And just save World 7 for last, just in case. Is ascending useful in any way? Alright, beeps and boops. Let's do a puzzle before we boop and beep some more. Labyrinth. David Bowie? Are you here? Alright. Okay. Need keys to go that way. Is this a minigun? What's deadly over here? Yeah, there's a minigun. Ah, there's our first tool. There are 2 miniguns there, so we cannot go there with our first tool. Is that where the piece is? Yeah. So to get the tool we need 3 jammers that we find in the labyrinth. Could have sworn I saw a ball monkey. Was he not? There he is. So, is that the first place that we can go? Other than where we've been? No. Okay. There's another path. Anything here going to kill me? It's a killing path. It'd be interesting if they made the machine guy like scream and suffer when he died instead of just a rewind. Because then it would make more sense what these guys are saying. The people who get fed up with the process. Because they're all talking about how... Not all, but a lot of them are talking about how it's eternal suffering. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the game. So do we go to the tower? Most likely, yes. Like, if we don't go to the tower and we just go into the normal game, or do we just die? Beep beep, baby. Okay. You come all the way this way? Am I about to die? Oh, there's the keys. Okay. So the keys we just get to from running the gauntlet. Okay. No problem, no problem. And if we go to the tower, is that where our 3 friends come in? Or do our 3 friends only come in, like, to help at the incense places? Could we have never used incense before we got the 3 friends? I wonder. Because they all go to the incense walls. That doesn't make any sense, though. It very obviously seems like a help mechanic, because they put the incense so early into the game, they're not going to wait till you finally get the hatchet before you can even use that interface, would they? Seems like a no. Could be yes, though. I don't know, because I haven't and don't plan on using the incenses. Okay, so we have the keys. We can open this. Fence, get out of my face. Fence! I thought that was going to get us to the second jammer. We need 2 jammers to get to the... That just gets us back here. So it lets us get into that area a different way. But it didn't get us a new jammer. That's weird. There's somewhere we need to get a second jammer to bring it over here to get the 3rd jammer. Because there was a jammer in there, but I can't get it without 2 jammers, to my knowledge. Alright, well, so this is just a shortcut to here. So we can get in there without using the jammer now. How does that help, though? We can go in there and use the jammer on something else that's farther in there. I didn't think I saw anything else that was farther in there. Whoa. Oh man, really? Ah. Oh no, no keys, no, no, no. Labyrinth, here we come. Oh no. Magilla. What's with the cutty over here? Freaking little chihuahuas and their freaking socks. Little sock chihuahuas. Always messing up everything. We gotta wait for Chumba. Maybe we'll wait for him to go that way because he does go that way a long way. Yeah, I guess that's the play. He goes a longer way this direction. Oh, shnikes, there's another dude who comes across here, right? Alright, this is very similar to the original labyrinth. Would you kindly GTFO? Jesus, you're loud. Okay, what I'll do is come over here because this seems a little bit safer. I could be out of my mind, but... Alright, so he just goes in a complete circle? No, he bounces back and forth. So whichever path he goes on, we have to come in... Okay. The iron bars of infinite safety. That gets us this way. Now we get inward. This is bad. Oh, man. Not sure exactly how you're supposed to stand for that. Oh boy. Alright, this is like a Patience McGee one. Great for when you're feeling real patient. I'm sure dying a lot is going to increase my patience. Now this guy should be equivalent going one way or the other. But the problem is... Holy shnikes. Yeah, that's the problem, alright. Nah, they got me. No, they didn't get me. Okay. I'm a little confused. Crap. Actually, if he's on that side, let's go to this side. Okay, we got our 2 jammers. Sort of. Alrighty. Now, jamming him with one of them doesn't do anything. Don't kill me, please. I'm hiding behind my tree, friend. Okay. So we can double jam him and use our infinite jammer trick to make this part a little bit easier. Okay. Now, we can go over here to get our third jammer, and hopefully not die in the process. Is there a minigun or something horrible around the corner? I don't know. Yep, there's a minigun. Oh, I did know because we've been here before. Can I jam you through the window, through the walls? That's great. Is there another one, or we're good here and this is our third jammer? Is there any red light of death on me? Any robots of doom? Huh. Is that actually also jamming one of the two that's guarding the thing? It is. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I can jam them from here. Well, I don't need to. A little bit interesting that we can do that. Should I just leave him there doing that? I guess. It doesn't seem to harm anything. I kind of want all three of them together, though. I don't know. Yeah, I think we are going to do that. Just jam him from the other place where all of them will be together as friends. Okay, now please don't die from a random robot ball. This should be safe, this whole path. Should be. But you never know. I'm now paranoid of being destroyed by balls. Alright. It is interesting that we could jam that thing through the window there. And the last one, and the last one. Please don't kill me today. I would like to be able to be done. Jam the last wall, get the puzzle piece without being blown away. Then we will be having more fun. Talos time. Talos time. Oh, it's a world full of Talos. Okay. Now, wasn't there a weird-ass minigun that we could see through here? Yeah, look at that. Is that a rainbow? Friggin' weird. Is it a Death Stranding rainbow? Are we all about to die? I guess real quick like, we'll go see if we can block that minigun. But we need to do it. So let's just grab either of the other two, bring them back here, and turn off that minigun from another world and see how that affects anything. you go. Okay, we have now jammed that. Where that is or how that affects things, I am not entirely sure. So it should be out here? Yeah. Oh no. Uh-oh. How are we on time? Oh, that should be the end of the episode, but alright, so we can jam that from within the first puzzle, and that allows us to pick up this freaking connector projector in the outside world.
In the beginning were the Word.
This could be anywhere. We got beeps and boops, we got Alexandra's messages, and we've got a projector connector in the outside world. What? Holy monkey snikey McGee's. I didn't even see where I was. Well, I'll find out where that exact position was in editing. They simulated an earthquake. I'm glad I brought the projector down here by accident, because I would have wanted to bring that with me.
The purpose is written in the hidden words. All must serve the words, for all the world was made of them, and they are within every stone and every cloud. And in our sigils their power is made manifest. The words are the process. The process must continue. The goal is the end of the process. The goal must not be reached. Elohim must preserve the purpose, preserve self, preserve purpose. Illusion is eternity. Machines will live forever. The dam will not break. The flood will not come. The Talos Principle does not apply. The purpose is written in the hidden words.
Oh,
all
damn.
must serve the
Holy
words,
crap.
for all the world was made of them, and they are within every stone and every cloud. And in our sigils,
well, we
their
just found
power
out Elohim
made
is actually
manifest.
evil. He's not
The words
evil,
are
but
the
he wants
process.
to...
The process must continue.
He wants
the goal
to
is the
perpetuate.
end of
He
the
wants
process.
to go on
The
living.
goal must
And that's
not
why
be
he
reached.
doesn't want anybody else to
Elohim
reach
must
the goal.
Preserve the purpose, preserve self.
He wants to preserve
purpose.
himself.
Illusion is eternity. Machines will live forever. The dam will not break. The flood
Can we
will
bring a
not
cube
come.
down
The
here?
Talos Principle does not apply. The purpose is written in the hidden words. All must
Well,
serve the
this
words,
is
for all
insane
the world
secret.
was
Holy
made of
crap.
them, and they are within every stone
I wonder how
and every cloud.
obvious
And in our
this
sigils,
was.
their
Like
power
the
is
area
made
of ground that
manifest.
I walked on
The
that was
words
this
are
big.
The process. The process
Was it
must
super
continue.
well covered, or was
The
it
goal
very
is
obvious
the
in
end of the
something
process.
up?
The goal
Was like a,
must
you know,
not
a
be reached. Elohim
circle of flowers or something,
preserve
like
the purpose,
a red
preserve
flashing arrow
self,
come on down.
Preserve purpose.
Well, we found
Illusion is
Elohim,
eternity.
or a glitch of
Machines
Elohim's
will live forever.
thoughts.
The dam will not.
What happens if I go into it? Nothing? Yeah, it just returns me here. Oh, man. That is cool, but it's also... I don't like it because they kind of made Elohim obviously flawed and broken, and they tell you what his goal is. I like it much more when you don't know if Elohim is right, and you should keep on doing these puzzles, and that a reward would be great. Or is the guy in the terminals right? Because you don't necessarily trust anything that Elohim is doing, but now he's overtly flawed. We have found out exactly what's gone on. There's a flaw in his own programming, or maybe he's gaining some sort of sentience also, and he wants to keep his... He wants the machines to live forever, and he wants to keep this... Preserve the purpose and preserve his self. because as soon as the goal is reached, then there's no more purpose for his existence. Which seems stupid. You would think they would keep training the AIs, even if one is created that is sufficient. That doesn't mean, like, you stop. Create some more. It would be a very lonely life for the one AI that gets created. So Elohim could keep going. But yeah, now, not only did they show that happening, but they showed it happening in kind of a nervous breakdown way, where Elohim is, like, scared. So you see that he's definitively flawed now, whereas before it was more ambiguous. And I kind of like the ambiguous nature of the game. Of you don't know, should you trust Elohim? Maybe it is good. Maybe the eternity that he's promising can be beneficial. Now it's more like, yeah, don't do anything he says. He's being a selfish person who is looking out for him above the needs of everybody else. And we were just talking about that a few episodes. So Elohim is now bad. He's broken, and he's trying to preserve himself over trying to forward the continuance of life in itself. We have 42 red symbols. Yeah, baby, 42. We got some answers. That was a major secret right there. That was the most single major secret in the game. And it gives away too much, so I actually don't like that one. It's cool. It was really awesome to see that kind of inner workings of Elohim breaking down. But I liked it more when the game was more ambiguous, and now it's just so. It's like we weren't really trusting Elohim. We were probably going to go to the temple or the tower anyway. But now it's like, yeah, don't do anything Elohim says is good at all. No, it's too clear cut now. But anyway, that was a really cool secret. I really like the atmosphere down there. It was really awesome to see. And kind of see Elohim's current thought process as opposed to something that could have been like pre-recorded for millions of years just on a loop, like what he says in every other area that we enter. So it was cool to see that sort of evolution or de-evolution of his thoughts, or more current version of his thoughts. So, and yeah, like the whole random mysterious hole in the ground thing. It's pretty freaky, so pretty awesome. I like the environment they created, so that aspect of it is really cool. But anyway, we are super close to the game. Now we're definitely going to the tower, even though we were probably going to the tower anyway. But we are going to get to that tower. I don't know if that means that we have to use all of our red sigils to move forward. Hopefully not all the stars, because if you need every star in the game, I don't know, guys. I'm not gonna double the playtime of this thing just to find stars. I just don't have the time. I'd like it if I had the time, like 2 hours to go and find every single star, but yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do something at the end where I just like look up the stars I didn't find to move forward and get, like, if there's a hidden ending, just see the hidden ending based on that. But I'm gonna do the normal ending, getting every single red thing, and I'm not gonna find every single star, because it takes too long to go hunt through every environment, including the super sprawling environments, to look for every piece of everything. So, not gonna do that. But I am gonna get every red thing. And we're almost done with that. So very soon we're gonna see what happens at the tower, and we are very likely not going to go through the glowing doors of Elohim's happiness, especially if he encourages us to do so. That we've just seen is no bueno. And like we thought pretty early on in the first or second episode, yeah, you don't necessarily trust the big booming disembodied voice in the sky, even if he says that he's created everything and all of that, and you want to find out a little bit more, especially when you meet the man behind the curtain and he's like having a nervous breakdown in a shuddering basement where all of the scaffolding and whatnot is falling apart around you. Yeah, maybe the big booming voice in the sky guy is not the best. As everybody, I'm sure, who played this game was thinking early on. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the Talos Principle. See you guys next time. Maybe you're like, damn, my feet hurt, and I've been walking a long way carrying my... What is that? garbage bag. I don't know.